All right, let's dive into something fascinating today. We're going to be talking about those little habits and quirks that might seem a bit weird to other people, but could actually be a sign that you have an incredibly complex and powerful mind. I mean, have you ever felt like you're just operating on a totally different wavelength? Like the things that make perfect sense to you seem, I don't know, kind of strange to everyone else? Well, if you have, trust me, you are not alone. So let's break this down. What some people might see as just being weird or anxious or even antisocial, psychology actually suggests it could be something else entirely. It might just be a sign of intelligence, depth, and a fiercely independent mind. Let's get into the science of it. First up, let's explore that inner world of a complex mind. You know, that constant stream of thoughts, connections, and analysis that can look a little odd from the outside. The core concept here is something called cognitive complexity. Now, this isn't just a fancy term for anxiety. It's really about your brain's amazing ability to see the whole chessboard. It's constantly running simulations, exploring possibilities, and spotting connections that most people just miss. So, what does this look like in real life? Well, you might talk to yourself. But that's not being crazy, it's actually a form of verbal reasoning. It's how you put your thoughts in order. And what some people call overthinking, that's actually you doing a deep analysis to find the very best solution. And questioning your gut instinct, that's another big sign of high intelligence. It shows you're not just reacting, you're actually reflecting.
Okay, next, let's talk about the need for solitude. This is a big one, because it's so often mistaken for being antisocial.
This quote right here just nails it. For a mind that's always buzzing, constant social time can be exhausting. Needing solitude isn't about avoiding people, it's about diving into your own rich inner world of ideas. That's your space for deep thinking and real problem solving.
So the big takeaway here is really simple. The misconception is that you're hiding from people, but the reality, you're actually creating the space you need for deep thought, away from all the distractions of the outside world.
And this idea leads us perfectly into our third theme, that constant search for depth and a real distaste for anything superficial. Internal validation is really the engine driving this. It's a sense of self-worth that comes from inside you, not from likes or praise or somebody else's approval. It means you rely on your own values, your own scorecard, instead of always looking to others to tell you you're doing okay. And here are a few ways this shows up. You might absolutely hate small talk because it just feels so draining and pointless. You might not make a big deal out of things like birthdays, preferring more authentic moments. Maybe you're barely on social media because you can't stand the comparison game. It's all about choosing one deep, meaningful connection over 100 shallow ones. You know, to really understand what a complex mind is, it helps to look at what it isn't. So let's contrast it with a more rigid, black and white style of thinking. The Dunning-Kruger effect is a huge concept here. It's this wild cognitive bias where the people who are the least skilled at something are often the most confident that they're experts. Why? Because they literally don't have the knowledge to even see their own shortcomings. It's a real barrier to learning and growing. And this table just lays it all out side by side. The complex thinker? They see all the shades of gray, all the possibilities. They have what's called intellectual humility. They debate ideas, not people. The rigid thinker, on the other hand, well, they see everything in black and white, they're often way too confident, and they tend to take any disagreement as a personal attack.
So, what's the bottom line here? If you've been sitting there nodding along to all of this, let's talk about the true nature of a mind that's just wired for death.
This right here is the most important thing I want you to hear. These traits, they are not flaws. They're not bugs in your system. They are features. They're the natural, expected result of a brain that processes the world on a much deeper, more complex level. And that's really the key, isn't it? This isn't just about being smart in an academic sense. It's a whole experience. It's about feeling things profoundly, thinking critically about everything, and just seeing the world with a richness and insight that's totally unique to you. So, I'll leave you with this one final thought to chew on. What if the very things that make you feel different are actually your greatest strengths? Your creativity, your insight, your ability to solve tough problems? What if all of that is rooted in your unique way of thinking? Definitely something to consider.